Area of Parallelograms. In this nugget, we're learning to calculate the area of parallelograms. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral with equal and parallel opposite sides. Area is the amount of space taken up by a 2D shape. To find the area of a parallelogram, you multiply its base by its height. The height must be perpendicular to the base. This means it's at a right angle to it. This is the same as when we calculate the area of a square or rectangle. We also multiply its base by its height, but often you'll be calling this length and width. We can see here that if we cut off one end of the parallelogram and moved it to the other side, it would form a rectangle. This explains why the area of parallelograms and the area of rectangles can be found by using the same formula. We can use the formula area equals base times height to calculate the area of a parallelogram. Specifically, we mean its perpendicular height, which is at a right angle to the base. Here you can see that the perpendicular height is perpendicular to the base. Let's go through this example together. This parallelogram has a base of 7 centimetres and a perpendicular height of 5 centimetres. We multiply the base, 7, by the height, 5, to calculate the area. 7 times 5 is 35. The area of the parallelogram is 35 centimetres squared. Remember, when you give the area of a shape, it's in squared units. Now, let's try to calculate the area of this parallelogram. Remember, the formula for finding the area of a parallelogram is base times height. Another side is labelled with a measurement, but this is not the base or perpendicular height, so we should ignore this. We know this because it's not at a right angle to the base. The base is 11 centimetres and the perpendicular height is 3 centimetres. We can see that at a right angle to each other. 11 times 3 is 33. The area of the parallelogram is 33 centimetres squared. Now it's your turn. Calculate the area of the parallelogram. Pause the video if you need time to think. Remember, the formula for calculating the area of a parallelogram is base times height. Make sure you're working with the base and perpendicular height. We can ignore the measurement of one of the sides, the 7 centimetre side, as it is not perpendicular to the base. The base is 6 and the perpendicular height is 8. 6 times 8 is 48. The area of the parallelogram is 48 centimetres squared. Remember, the area of a parallelogram equals its base times its perpendicular height. The perpendicular height is at a right angle to the base.